Hey guys, I want to talk about the over the top miracle swing. I am on my way to go play in the skins game. I'm so excited. This always gets me super fired up because I'm going to be playing with several professional golfers. And it's such an honor for me today to feel like I belong. I win some money off these guys sometimes. It's a little fun. And when I started my swing evolution, I was just an average golfer, a 90s golfer. And sometimes I could shoot well over 100. And good days I could shoot in the 80s. And that's where I lived for over 20 years. Well, really, my whole life. But since I've started my swing evolution, I've gotten a lot better. And I wanted to talk about why I named it an evolution. And so this is an important book to me. It's called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, okay, by Suzuki. And beginner's mind is very important to me because it's important that we don't get locked into dogma. Okay. And so the idea in this book is really in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the experts, there are few. So as it turns out, there's so many experts on golf. You know, I don't want to be an expert. I want to be a golfer that's exploring and evolving. And it's really shocking to me to realize the last phase of my swing evolution has been this over the top miracle that I've experienced. And I've put in the work. I think that I deserve it. That's something that Tiger Woods says, he's like, if you don't put in the work and you get lucky and win, you still don't deserve it. And I've worked really hard on my golf swing and my game. And last year I had a slump, and something led me to this idea that maybe dropping it under isn't the best way to swing a golf club. It's just I've tried so hard to do something that feels incredibly unnatural, okay? But swinging over the top is the same as throwing a football or a baseball or serving in tennis. I feel very strongly about it. The backswing is the same way you'd swing an axe or a sledgehammer. Those are the basic elements of the over the top miracle swing. And, I wouldn't want to swing a sledgehammer the opposite way. It wouldn't be possible. A club is something that has a weight on one end. So you want to swing it in a way that you're using momentum to your advantage. And that's the thing that's so exciting about this. Tomorrow, I've got a full slate of lessons. I try to teach on Wednesday. That's my day to teach. So if you'd like to come out to Eaton Canyon, I am looking also next at an intensive, possibly May 28th and 29th. So if you'd like to come out for an MSE intensive on the over the top golf swing, hit me up, Christo at myswingevolution.com. But this is really revelatory because just watching the Masters last week, I decided to feature a Masters winner every day that has an over the top miracle swing. Started off with Tom Watson. I went to Raymond Floyd, Fuzzy Zeller, Craig Stadler, Jackie Burke, Sam Snead. I know I'm missing one. I can't even think of who it is, but there's so many of them. Ian Woosnam, Bernhard Longer. The inside over the top golf swing is just easier. Miguel Angel Jimenez. He takes it deep inside and just hits down over the top of it. And he looks like he's having fun. And the thing that I think is so great about the swing is it just doesn't require a ton of upkeep. The things that I would do, the amount of swing thoughts in my head would just be going off like crazy. And my favorite quote from Sam Snead is, I just draws it back and hits it. That's kind of how I feel right now. As long as I'm patient in the transition and swing over the top, a lot of good things are going to happen. So one more thing I want to talk about is face and path. Okay. We have to understand some very simple basics that help us diagnose our over the top miracle swing. Okay. The reason why a ball slices is because the face is open relative to the path. So you can actually hit the ball from the inside and still hit a slice. It'll start right and then go further right. That's I when I would hit those block slices, that's like the nastiest swing in golf. But dropping it under pops that hip in there, and I can't get over that hip, and I don't have enough space. And that push right block thing is just the nastiest thing in the world. But if I go over, it keeps the hip back and allows me to hit down on the back of the ball, which is so key. So the phrase to remember is the face sends it, the path bends it. Okay. So if you hit a ball to the left, the face is pointed there. And then if it curves further to the left, then that means your path was inside to out relative to the face. The opposite is true with a slice. Okay. So what I really want to feel is like a pull cut. That's kind of the feeling I have with this swing, or a pull hit straight. I still have a tendency to draw the ball. That's my natural pattern, but I'm trying to go over even more because, it's not very visible in my swing, although I feel it. So I have a question here. Are you actively turning your hips on the backswing? Is there no limit to how far back you can turn your hips in the backswing? That's a great question, Daniel. I just did an online lesson with a student from Chicago today, and I was showing how much Jackie Burke opens his hips and pelvis on the backswing. Restricting the hips is not a good thing in this old school style of swinging, in my opinion. We want our hips to open. We want our back facing the target as we make our transition move over the top. Okay. If you keep your hips and legs stationary and try and swing over the top, you're very likely going to come really over the top and hit that crappy slice that so many amateurs struggle with. So I want to turn my back to the target as I take the club up, like Bobby Jones and Sam Snead and Jackie Burke. Just let those hips open up, push that right hip behind me. So that way, then I've got lots of room to go over that hip with my over the top golf swing. So, guys, looks like, okay, a couple more questions. What do you mean by not breaking the circle? Um, Well, the swing is a circle. And if you swing something, in a circle, as soon as you try and put a straight line in it, you're going to break the circle and you're going to lose the momentum. Are you looping with your hands? Yes, it's my hand path above all, inside, up, and over. I'm going to call it the golden loop. Okay. We loop it over with the hands. There's a lot of pros who loop it over, but there's so much momentum that the club flattens out. So tracing the club head is not going to give us an accurate understanding of the over the top miracle swing. We want to take the club inside with our hands, inside, up, and over. And it's over the backswing plane. Okay. So you can swing down the line and over the top. That's the bad way. The good way is inside up over the top. So, guys, that's it. I appreciate you watching. I hope this helps you figure out the inside over the top miracle swing. It's changed my life. I get so many messages. It's absolutely incredible. In fact, maybe I can pull up one. I've just got so many of them. First time out, no range time with the OTT swing, played 11 holes. It was crazy successful! Exclamation points. My last four drivers were 310, 276 uphill, 304, and 261 big uphill. I've never hit the ball like that. I had 4 birdie attempts in a row. The greens are aerated, so I didn't do so well with my putter. Thank you for sharing your golf journey. I get so many of these messages. I can't even begin to cover them, guys. I appreciate it, but keep the messages pouring in. They give me energy to keep pushing this message. I believe industrial golf instruction, especially driven by the magazines in the 80s and 90s, changed the game for the worse. Everybody used to swing the club inside, up, and down. Okay. When you take it so far inside up, You got to go over. And then people started talking about stabilizing the hips, swinging for width down the line, dropping it under. All this nasty garbage has made the game so difficult and miserable for millions of golfers. I'm here to say it's time to change. Let's take it inside and up and then swing over and down. That's the easiest way to hit the golf ball. I love you guys. Thanks for watching my swing evolution. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight.